What's up, everybody? My name is Jaden Gary. I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ, servant of Yahweh, the Most High God. I hope and pray y'all are having a blessed and amazing day so far. Don't allow for yesterday to intercept your blessings of today. Learn the lessons of yesterday and apply the wisdom today so the lesson can be officially learned. Today is a new day, and it's important that you don't bring the energy of yesterday into it. We must focus on our blessings. We must focus on growing and becoming. Don't allow for suffering, trauma, and drama to become what you focus on. We are called to be trailblazers. We are called to be chain breakers. We are called to love one another. So I'm coming on here today because I know a lot of people probably be wondering, how is this man spiritual, but yet he claims himself to be a Christian, but yet he claims that he's not religious? In my upbringing, I grew up in the church. I got baptized when I was 8. That's when I started leading songs and preaching and, doing that type of thing. I got to middle school straight away, and I kind of just said, forget it. And then once after I graduated, a little bit after I graduated, I came back to Christ. And I say all this to say, it's been a journey, it's been a process. Growing up, my relationship with the Lord was what my parents showed me. So my parents being imperfect people, once I got older and realized y'all are not perfect, because as a child I thought they were. So when I saw they weren't perfect, I grew a resentment and hatred towards my parents and towards God. Because I'm like, how can they be Christians if they doing this, that, and the third? But nobody is perfect. But it took for me to grow into that to this day to be able to really know what it means to be a quote unquote Christian. To be a Christian is truthfully the absence of religion, because to be a Christian means that you follow Christ. You follow Yeshua. Remember, Yeshua was against most of the practices of society. He was against the structure, the different systems that were in place, and that's why they crucified him. They were upset because they thought he was being blasphemous against a system that they created around the word of God, but it only made the people become slaves and in bondage and basically just embodiments of nothingness. Just not nothingness, but being afraid to be themselves. It's like you put a person in a cage all their life and you tell them what to be. So that was my relationship with my religion. So my journey, when I was never an atheist, but I just went a different route of spirituality. I kind of just started seeking anything. I just began a journey of just exploration. I recommend Christ first and foremost, but this part of my journey was so pivotal. I learned about so many other things that I should not do. The things I should and shouldn't do. I've learned a mixture of both. And it's one of those things where you chew the meat and you spit out the bone. You take what is good and you get rid of what is bad. And that point of my journey, when I was operating in rebellion, it blessed me to this day, because I see the power that the Lord has over my life. I see the giants that he overcame on my behalf. I've witnessed him fight battles on my behalf that I could not have won. Now, through being on the other end of operating on that rebellion, and now only seeking to please the Lord and wanting to be used for his glory, I've reached a point where I love people. I love God first, and through that I love people. So even through the wrong that people do, I love you. Because when I was operating in the wrong, the Most High loved me. So just because you're in a place that I'm not at anymore doesn't mean I'm called to withhold love from you. That doesn't mean that we have to speak every day or even that we have to hang out. But at the end of the day, if I love you, I love you. My love is not conditional. I don't love you based off of what you can do for me. I believe that the foundation of love is actually servanthood. So if you say that you love somebody, your character should show it by the way that you treat them. I'm not saying you have to get things for them or even do things for them, but when it comes to serving somebody, they can feel that your presence is a blessing. And I'm gonna be truthful. If you're the type of person that nobody wants to be around, it's time to look in the mirror. It's time to grow. and it's time to develop, because what everybody is saying, but what they're not telling you, is something about you drives them away from you, and that's not healthy. We're reaching a point of life where we need community, and in order for community to thrive, we need to operate in love. And I have another video that I'm gonna make, but long story short, we just need to make sure that we are really supplying our community with the love and the grace and the support that it needs to be able to thrive. Because if we're not careful, we will basically give all of our power to an entity outside of the Most High, and there will be a system established where every man will be a slave. I mean this in love. You can look around and see how things are changing. The youth have no respect for their elders. There's no discipline. You know, what do you think happens when rebellion begins to happen? There has to be some type of rebalancing. And there is a rebalancing and a shift that is happening. And it's important that each of us are operating in love to not be caught on the wrong side of this. And there is a difference between love and attachment. You know, love comes with grace, it comes with servanthood, it comes with a willingness to serve. Attachment is from the foundation of, I feel like I need you, so I'm going to do this thing. You should never do anything from the foundation of needing somebody. None of our relationships should be manipulative. Everything should be foundation in love. So I hope and pray we have a blessed day today. If this video bless you, send it to somebody. Like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, man. If you rocking with your boy, subscribe to the channel. On this channel, we are destined to grow together. We are destined to become everything we're called to be. Because if you are connected to this channel, you have no choice but to grow. You have no choice but to get better. Because everything that Yahweh blesses me to put my hands on by the grace of God, it blooms into something beautiful. And I say that with complete faith in Yahweh. I know the God that I serve, and I know that he has called not just myself, but each of us to a great purpose. So we need each other. We are greater together. We are far greater together than we are separate. So we have to remember this in every decision that we make. I love y'all, and have a blessed day.
Why you always focus on your purpose? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you pray for those who think you worthless? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you steady grinding, always working? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you about your business, tuck your shirt in? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you always focus on your purpose? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you pray for those who think you worthless? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you steady grinding, always working? Cause I'm trying to get it. Why you about your business, tuck your shirt in? Cause I'm trying to get it.